Help support this channel and get early access to videos plus exclusive content and patrons-only live discussions by becoming a member at patreon.com/Bruce Poinsette.
This is the Bruce Poinsette Show, the world's most dangerous infomercial. And we got to do some movie talk because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem came out and I'm kind of obsessed now. I don't really one, we have a new intern at the Numbers here, DJ, who was asking off camera what's our favorite Turtles movie. And this is to show you my one recency bias too, that I don't watch all the other stuff because I think it's this last one.
I agree. When I didn't want to spoil too much, when you asked the question, I knew I had to say something else, but it is definitely this iteration of the Turtles.
And the cast is so amazing.
They're all kids. They're all kids. They're all teenagers.
Like they're teenagers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that are actually teens.
Voiced by teenagers.
Yeah, and not to mention all of the Jackie Chan playing Splinter is by far the best.
Great pick.
That was so good.
Jackie Chan and Splinter. I think my favorite. We're just jumping into it.
Yeah.
My favorite voice actor, my favorite celebrity voice actor was Paul Rudd as Mondo Gecko. That was fantastic.
Oh yeah, Mondo was great.
I think Post Malone also played a character in it, didn't he?
Post Malone played somebody.
Yeah, who was the guy that would just start breaking out into song?
Oh yeah, yo, that was Post Malone.
Yep.
The Manta Ray. Wow. Yo, Post Malone was the Manta. Great flip. Okay, cool.
Like
they also had they had Ice Cube in it.
Yep, Ice Cube was Superfly, and he was
and
great.
John Cena too.
Oh, John Cena. Who was John Cena? Already, okay, that's how you know. Okay, so the fact that to me already, when a voice cast is you can't exactly recognize who everyone was at any given point, that shows that they really did put in work into trying to be the character and not be themselves. For example, what's his name? One of the Chris's, the one that is also a hardcore Christian. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt as Mario is a voice acting job where it's this person did not need to play Mario, but it's fine.
Where is John Cena? I know he played. Oh, he was Rocksteady.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
that tracks now.
That makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, when the credits start rolling, you're like, oh, Cena was in this. Post Malone was in this, and I didn't hate him.
Yeah, facts.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yep.
Hannibal Buress.
Who was Hannibal Buress?
It's a Genghis Frog.
Genghis Frog. Yep.
They had Seth Rogen as Bebop.
Yep, those two.
I noticed that one. Seth Rogen is great, but he is Seth Rogen in everything.
Wait, Bebop is the pig, right? Yeah.
He's the warthog.
Yeah, what is up with Seth Rogen playing warthogs?
Huh?
I mean, it fits.
He played Pumbaa in The Lion King.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, bro, be playing warthogs a lot.
I didn't watch The Lion King, but I remember because they had him in a commercial.
Yeah. Huh?
The new one.
Okay.
I did not notice that.
Yes, no, it was Seth Rogen was running around with his voice doing the whole warthog. I mean, he laughs like a warthog, so I get it.
I'll say with some of these castings, I mean, most specifically Post Malone, because it annoys me, and Ice Cube, which we'll talk about more because most of my issues with Ice Cube are not this movie.
Yep.
But they're very prominent, and you can't really talk about Ice Cube in August of 2023 at this point.
Wait, what happened with Ice Cube?
Oh.
We're talking about it now.
Oh,
I'm curious now. What happened?
So yeah, Ice Cube during I feel like he's promoting a couple things right now.
Yeah.
One's the movie, but more so the big three,
Yeah, big three.
And his big thing has just been talking about how the NBA is a gatekeeper trying to stop the big three from growing, which I think there's probably a lot of truth to that because they are in TV competition.
Yeah.
But where did he go recently to spread that message? Oh, Tucker Carlson.
And not Tucker.
What makes it, because I grew up, I'm 34. I remember Cameron and Dame Dash going on Bill O'Reilly, Ludacris and Bill O'Reilly fighting back in the day. And it was here's the thing. You have the rappers go on Fox News and just kind of like shut down these Fox News hosts.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool to watch back then, but it's 2023. And one, we kind of understand that Fox News is just like a white supremacist platform, and that, just going on there is not the same, like, oh, you're going to do the journalistic argument thing. Like, it's not real. It's kind of just honestly, it's just cross promotion. But at this point, Tucker Carlson's been fired from Fox News because he's gone too far for Fox News by lying about the election.
Too far for Fox News. What did he say?
He lied about the election.
If you lie about the election being stolen enough on the most popular show on the network and very much materially help rally an attempted coup, and you get, well, that's actually not what it was. It was that Dominion, one of the voting systems, sued Fox News for however many billions, and part of the settlement was basically like, some of these hosts who were the most prominent in spreading the election lies have to go. Tucker Carlson, again, had the most popular show on Fox News, so he was one of the first ones.
Them out.
But so what's Tucker Carlson doing now is like, I guess he has his own Twitter show, and I say that.
Or don't you mean X?
Oh, X, excuse me. I'm sorry, Elon. But the thing with, at least before, you couldn't really justify Ice Cube going on Fox News, but you could say, well, he's trying to speak to this audience, and you got to go to the other side, do something. But once you go to Tucker Carlson's independent platform to basically cross promote, and also like, I'll be honest with you, I didn't do my journalistic due diligence in watching the whole conversation because I value my mental health. I value my sanity.
Well-being is important.
So, but that said, it's cross promotion.
Yeah.
It is Ice Cube, like, one, just like anyone I've talked to who's actually watched this, like, yeah, Ice Cube didn't, like, it wasn't like they were clashing either. They were, like, Ice Cube, like, he didn't go full, white supremacy. Like, he didn't go full Kanye, but close enough with it. And that's the substance of it. But like the function of it, again, it's cross promotion. They know what they're doing. Like, Tucker Carlson is getting Ice Cube's audience and whoever may be interested.
Yeah.
Ice Cube is getting Tucker Carlson's audience, who is going to be, let's just say that they'd be happy to hear Ice Cube saying that we talk about race too much, which he did during this interview on Tucker Carlson's independent platform on X.
Why, man?
That's such a flip. That's a crazy sentence that you just said too. Tucker Carlson's independent. Oh wait, did someone pop? Huh?
No, keep going.
But like Tucker Carlson's independent platform on X is a crazy statement, and then add Ice Cube into that, it's a whole flip. And then add on the aspect, we talk about racism too much. Whoa.
I mean, I'll take it a step further, because with this appearance, like, Ice Cube's he's been kind of veering to some weird places, like in recent years anyway. But I learned something that his longtime business partner, but also co-owner, co-operator of the Big Three, is Jeff. I apologize for mispronouncing your name, because I'm going to not say nice things about you after this anyway. But Jeff Quantinetz, who, white guy, most known as a longtime business partner of Steve Bannon. And this has been Ice Cube's business partner for Cube Vision. Like, he's the current COO of Cube Vision, but they've been partners for years and years and years, which, if you're just reading between the lines, like, it's not a secret that, like, if you're at a certain level of success and wealth, you probably hang out with a lot of very wealthy white circles.
Yeah.
Maybe even some wealthy white circles that are just very problematic. But about the top of that list is the Steve Bannon crowd, which apparently they're cool. Like, not just cool, they're business partners. They're literally longtime business partners. So what I'm starting to, my hunch is, again, following the Kanye playbook, is that Ice Cube has been at maybe one too many private parties with these people that he's starting to repeat the talking points when he goes on the interviews, which again, Kanye showed us the way, and many celebrities who have disappointed us before have shown us before. But yeah, Ice Cube's kind of been doing this little veer right. I'm trying to be the contrarian, but also I'm just kind of just spouting conservative talking points to an audience, which is like, I think it's kind of interesting to, I know we started this talking about Ninja Turtles and we'll get back there.
Yeah.
But I think it is important to talk about, there's been like recent investment by like conservative political operatives specifically in hip hop culture, like DJ Academics, who's a terrible personality, probably illegally like leaked documents onto his show, slandering Megan Thee Stallion. That's another story.
Okay.
Anyways, so he's like, it's not Ben Shapiro's network, but it's one of those conservative networks. He signed a huge deal to basically be, basically like the black hip hop voice of modern conservatism. So he's doing that now. Wonderful guy. But like, this is like, we have an election year coming up, and a lot of people are talking about, is Joe Biden going to do right by black people? What are the Democrats? Are they just going to do the same thing where they tell us they've got us and then leave us out there? Why should we vote?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, conservatives are actually pumping money, not significant, but like enough, into just like a few people to kind of like further that, well, why don't you try us if you don't like the Democrats?
Right.
Even though the policies they are pushing, like, it's not subtle anti-blackness. It's very overt.
It just
like,
is.
Yeah, they're literally canoodling with the white supremacists in our faces, but also saying, why don't you try this? Aren't you disappointed with the Democrats? So Ice Cube, the long story short is, it seems like Ice Cube has kind of become part of that in one way or the other. Maybe not as gross as Academics or Kanye yet.
Yeah.
But once you go and do the cross promotion interview, whatever, with Tucker Carlson,
it's still pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're there.
You're promoting to. If you want to go see Ninja Turtles, go watch Tucker Carlson on X. What do you mean?
And that.
How well did he do? And like, how well were the actors? The celebrity actors in the movie, like John Cena and Post Malone.
Like I said, I didn't notice it was Post Malone or John Cena until afterwards, so I thought they were great.
Yeah, that's a great job.
And I love that segue, by the way. Before we get too caught up in the conservative drift.
No, good.
But even like Ice Cube,
Good call.
Ice Cube is super fly. Is very like, he is Ice Cube.
He is, yeah. That's Ice Cube doing.
But
the
it
role.
works.
But it works.
Like, and that's funny. Like, going into this movie, just being like, I can't with Ice Cube anymore. It was so good that I was just like, I can with Ice Cube for these 2 hours.
Yes, for this little bit. I'm curious, who's your favorite turtle out of the four of them?
Ooh. Kind of want to say Donatello.
Donatello was the GOAT of this movie.
Donatello's always.
I think Donatello is always the best. I think, Donatello and Raph are usually the two. But in this one, Donnie steals the show for me.
Yeah. Well, again, just because like they actually have like actual teenagers playing them, acting like, very much like teenagers right now. So,
so like it's crazy. So I think because Seth Rogen was involved in like the writing process and like the producing process of this movie, and he was saying like when they were in the recording booth, they would have like all the characters that were in a scene in the booth at the same time. So like there's a lot of points in the movie where like characters would be riffing off of each other and like making a joke that'll last like what felt like a realistic amount of time, being like, yo, like this feels like they weren't even acting, and it was like they weren't. Like they would be like, here's the situation, y'all have fun, good luck, and see what happens. And like that makes the movie that much more authentic because it feels like they plucked the turtles out of like last week. Like these are a bunch of teenagers that like literally the group of young,
I was about to say
the coalition of black men that were just here. Like it felt like they were having conversations that the turtles, like the conversations were mad similar.
Yeah.
It's
Like
genuinely a great skill, and especially for like younger actors to just learn how to improv that.
They killed it. I don't even know if they were improvising for real. I feel like they were just chatting.
Yeah. But like you said, like we just had a group of middle school, high school students in here, and that same just irreverent, all over the place, all the energy, also just like, you know, on the phone, pulling stuff from the phone into the conversation, like all of that is just like I was just thinking that too when I'm like, yeah, the Turtles just had
that
all
energy.
that, even the stuff like because we saw in like the trailers, you know, let's try and slice this watermelon up.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's try it with a ninja star. Let's do.
Yes.
It still works so
It
well.
still
It's
works.
like, yeah, I could totally see someone just we got to film this.
A bunch of kids being like, yo, let's get this like on. If you've been trained to be a ninja, you're gonna like want to slice up fruit and stuff. You have a katana on you. Yes, you're gonna mess around. I think I don't know if there was my favorite joke, my favorite like ongoing riff is like, did you catch the like we're gonna do it the Aki way?
No.
So there is this internet personality dude. He works at a New York bodega, and like the thing, like he's become famous because like he makes these crazy like chopped cheese sandwiches where it's like he'll like add in like a bunch of different types of chips and stuff like that, and like celebrities will come by and be like, yo, I need to get it the Aki way. And like I was not expecting them to make a joke like that, because that's something that is happening as we speak. Probably a video is being released right now that could pop up on my phone in a few hours. But it's like they made an ongoing riff where they were all like making a joke, being like, yo, when we can go to school and stuff like that, then we can finally go get a sandwich the Aki way. And then like they just started like riffing off of it. And it was like April was like, yo, like that's not gonna work. And then they said, we don't care, and they kept riffing. And I was like, these are teenage boys for real. And I've never like I've never seen the Turtles like this. And I've been following the Turtles for a while. Like, I've never seen them act the way that these Turtles act.
I don't know if you mentioned April, too. Mm-hmm. It's like, April was great.
Yeah, April. One of my favorite Aprils.
Reincarnations of April, honestly, like in Rise and in the new one, it definitely gives like a lot of contrast to the older versions of April. And
Yep.
I love it.
Love this April. This is really, I think, this is one of the most, to me, this is the most interesting April, because this April is like, again, like we go back to it, like this April feels like someone that you can meet in real life. Like the like I think some of the stuff that happens to her is a bit extreme. Like the but it's funny. There's some funny stuff that happens with April that's really funny. Yeah. But I think the way that April acts around the Turtles and like her ambitions and stuff like that, I'd be like, yo, like April actually reminded me a lot of my older sister who I saw it with. Like my older, shout out Gabby. But it's like I feel like her and April were a parallel, and I'm like, I've known this person before. And it's like when you can make a movie where you feel like you've met the characters in real life, like you've done something really cool.
Right. You know what? Honestly, I think a lot of people going into it were very much, you know, like one of the interesting points, just like the art.
Mm-hmm. The animation.
You know, like
it's such a unique form of animation, but it also plays off of the whole, like, you know, comic thing, because originally the Turtles were from a comic book series.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it plays off of that.
Yeah.
One of the reviews I was watching was talking about just not comparing it to like the old comics. I didn't read them, but it was just talking about how like this kind of like fits back in those with like making most of the characters besides maybe the Turtles and like April and maybe a few other people. The word they used was grotesque.
Yeah.
So I'm just quoting them. Anyway,
grotesque is solid.
But like, there's something to that as far as just like it being yeah, it's not like some just like very sterilized, just primed type thing. Like it's very much like when you see like the interactions with like the human world and the mutants, and like I think there's something to like leaning into like, no, let's make these characters like something where you would think, yeah, I can see why someone would be
afraid to see them. Yes,
repellent, violent in some of these cases towards them, which not cool.
But like I get it. Like I think that's a really good point. For one, it's really interesting. I watched a bunch of different interviews and like just like breakdowns of this movie, and I think one of the things that one of the like art directors said was like, yo, like we wanted it to feel like a child was drawing these characters. Like that's like they wanted it to feel like early sketches. Like they wanted it to feel like the sketches that we see of really early character designs, and that like a child was doing them. So like that's why a lot of the characters, like that's why Mondo Gecko looks disgusting. Like he does not look cool. Like that is not a cool looking character.
Not like the older.
Yeah, not like the older incarnations. Nothing like the 2012 incarnation. Like this is a gross looking gecko. Like you don't want to own this gecko, but it works in the sense of like not only does it feel like hopefully this doesn't offend anyone from New York, but like the way that New York is like described when like you hang out with someone who lived in New York for 5 years and then moved back, the way that they describe New York, the character designs feel like that ultra like New York is so intense style of New York.
I feel that. Yeah. I mean, obviously like the first comparison that a lot of people come up with, myself included, would be Spider-Verse and those, but like this is but it's like someone who's not, like an art major or anything like that, like that specific, again, what's the word you used? Just looking like it's like drawn like a child. Like those initial sketches, like it's just like it really like it carves out his own lane.
It does. I agree.
Other thing with this, I mean, we gotta start. They've been making movies for a while now, but like Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, they're kind of killing it.
They're getting involved with a lot of stuff. I don't know if you knew this, but I think they're involved with Invincible too.
That makes that makes sense because I know they do The Boys.
Yep.
I haven't heard of Invincible. What is that?
Oh, Invincible is lit. Invincible. So Invincible is based off of a comic book series about pretty much the show in the series is about a teenage boy who figures out that he has superpowers. He knows that his dad is a superhero, and his dad is pretty much like the Superman counterpart for this universe. But then he finds out that his dad is a absolute evil murderer, and he has to deal with the aspect of being like, my dad is an evil alien who kills everyone who he doesn't like, and then also the world still needs a superhero that has the abilities of my father, so I need to be that hero. And it's like, you just watch as he journeys through this world.
The other part is like, it's like nice and clean and everything is going good. And then just in an instant, it gets gory.
Ultra violent.
Wildly violent, wildly gory. And actually, to the point about, because that does make sense that Rogen and Goldberg were on this, because they did not like a crossover, but they basically did like a version of The Boys that was in like that Invincible animation.
Yep. They did do that. Yeah, they're doing a lot of really cool stuff right now.
Yeah, like I was just looking up the filmography of just like some of the projects. So, go back to like Superbad, Pineapple Express, This Is the End.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to say something that I completely forgot I was going to say about the voice acting. It's so talented when celebrities can like do a voice, but it sounds completely unlike them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's like a well-known celebrity, like you think you always know their voice, but they just hit you with something completely different.
The John Cena effect. I didn't know that was John Cena. Like
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yep.
Like,
who did he play?
He played Baxter Stockman.
Yep, bro. Yep. There we go. That's. I didn't put that together.
But Paul Rudd definitely with that one, because you think Paul Rudd when you hear him.
It's also cool, like you work with voice actors, because I'm currently doing a show and I work with like a bunch of voice actors.
Dope.
And they all like, you will be having hour-long conversations with them. You think you know them by then, like you think you know their voice, their personality, but all of a sudden they switch up like so freaking fast on you, like when they get into character, and it's incredible. That
makes sense. That's what makes a pro, and like I feel like this movie sounds like everyone was having, like, you ever like been on a project where like you're having fun with your team, and then it's like you just want to excel because everyone else is excelling. Like that's what this movie sounds like.
I was about to say like one of those old school projects, but that's not the case
no
anymore.
Old school projects, you weren't excelling. There was always the one person to excel, and then
always
the rest.
One person who does all of the work.
Yep, and then we all take over.
We're gonna describe it. It's kind of like Adam Sandler movies, but good.
Yes.
Like I mean, admit, like I love that Adam Sandler is kind of like living the dream of just like, I want to take my friends on vacation. Let me pay for it by making a movie.
Let me make a movie right
and
quick.
then, some of them are.
Wait a minute, is that what happened with that? I don't know which show or which movie I'm thinking of, but there's a had all of his friends on vacation. Is there?
That's all.
That
Adam
is
Sandler.
every.
Like I mean,
Pretty much.
they're making Murder Mystery, or did they make it already? Murder Mystery 2.
Yes.
Like it wasn't bad enough that it's just like, hey, we're gonna go on vacation. We're not even gonna think of a creative title. We're just gonna call it Murder Mystery. Put it on Netflix.
Grown Ups.
And they have Murder Mystery 2.
Yes, Murder Mystery 2, Grown Ups 2. Like, Adam Sandler lives. It's so interesting because, like, if you've seen Uncut Gems, you know Adam Sandler can act. Adam Sandler can act. But it's just like he just chooses to be like, I'm going to make these goofy movies that, like, will make, like, the budget back and then, like, we'll keep going.
I mean, I just watched the, like, bad movie roast of Lil Nicky. It had to remind me of, like, there was a time, like, there were goofy Adam Sandler movies, but I think they've aged well, or some of them have aged well. The earlier ones, like, is it like Billy Madison? Like,
I've heard
that speech in Billy Madison is never ever gonna be old.
Yeah,
you know, even the Water Boy to some extent. But yeah, then you get to like Lil Nicky and like Eight Crazy Nights.
Yep.
And
Click, good old Click.
But I mean, yeah, those projects where it's just like people are having fun. I'm trying to think of examples of, I guess Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg doing movies are another example. I think about like a lot of albums like go real old, but like if you ever listen to like 3 Feet High and Rising by De La Soul, like it has that feeling.
Yep.
Yeah. What was it? Actually, because I watched the documentary, but yeah, that JPEG Mafia, Danny Brown Scaring the Host project that you put me on, same, like that energy.
That's how it just sounds like fun. 2 people were having fun and excelling each other based off the fact that they were enjoying the space.
And the person who reminds me of, like, you know, that sort of style of, like, you know, just doing something goofy and, like, meaning to have fun with it is Markiplier with all of his productions.
Shout out Markiplier, too. He's been excelling, too.
That's he's doing so his friend Lixian created this game,
Subnautica.
Wait, did I get it right? What was it?
Is it the one?
I don't think it's Subnautica. That's a different one.
Is it the Iron Lung game?
Our Iron Lung.
Yeah.
Yes. Lixian made an Iron Lung game, and Markiplier decided to make an entire movie based off of it, and it's directed by him. He's acting in it. Markiplier excels a lot, and he
he's having fun.
He tries to make everything he does just all fun and tries to have a good time with it.
On like kind of similar to that note, and like when we talk about like people like I'm hearing Markiplier, like Seth Rogen and stuff like that. There's a really interesting like air to like I'm seeing a lot of like really talented, whether it be internet personalities or even actors and people who have like kind of existed in the world of like the internet and like have like no one would ever think Seth Rogen would be in the space where he's making movies to the caliber or shows to the caliber that he is now. And it's like we're seeing a lot of people like I don't know if y'all have heard of the movie I'm forgetting, it's a new horror movie. It's like Don't Talk or
Talk to Me.
Talk to Me.
Yeah.
Talk to Me was made from 2 YouTubers. Like 2 former YouTubers, and it's like a well-made A24 movie. And it's like we're seeing a lot of people like I don't want to give Jonah Hill props like that. But like he did
not a great time.
Yeah, no. Jonah I'll exclude Jonah Hill. But like people like what's the dude who everyone wanted to play Mr. Fantastic from The Office?
Oh, John Krasinski?
John Krasinski did the A Quiet Place movies. I'm noticing like a lot of people who like I feel have been undersold previously are now involved with creating a lot of projects at a higher level, and it's been like incredible.
Yeah, and then you look at like Ariana Grande. I don't want to give her props currently because of the whole drama.
Yeah. That's a mess.
That's a mess right there. I mean, like I love her music, but oh good lord, honey.
Yeah.
But like she like was originally just like a small Nickelodeon actor who starred as one of the main characters in the show Victorious.
Oh yeah, I remember growing up with that.
I loved Victorious as a kid, and she used that as a platform to blow up with her music career.
She's a pop star. It's cool. I'm appreciating the pipeline of like people who are taking these opportunities to then create and use create platforms that are like really cool. Because it's like again, Seth Rogen just used to be the dude with the goofy laugh, and now look, if Spider-Verse 2 didn't come out this year, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is animated movie of the year. Facts. Yeah. That's done in I can't think of any other movie that's gonna. Like it's those 2 for me, and like again, if we're talking like, again, Oscars don't matter, but like if we're taking it to the Oscars and it's like Mutant Mayhem wins still, it's like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, they made the wrong decision. It's just like we're getting really good animation this year.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Oscars, but if that did happen over Spider-Verse, over Across Spider-Verse,
Spider-Verse is going to win.
Like I would be quite upset.
I'd be shocked.
Right.
I'd be okay. I don't think I wouldn't be shocked because they're both really good movies. But Spider-Verse is going to win. That is, to me, that is movie of the year.
Yeah.
And it has like such a large following right now. Like everyone loves it. There's a lot of people are going to. I don't know if Oscars does the whole voting thing. Does it technically?
No, sadly, they should.
I feel like they should. Like to get like community feedback from like the people who actually watch this stuff.
The elite don't care about us. The elite hates us.
So to this point, because we're talking about Rogan, Goldberg.
Yeah.
They've done Invincible, they've done The Boys. Now they've done Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. The question then becomes, so what property? Like, if we were just throwing out there, they did Pam and Tommy too. Oh God. And they've got a Darkwing Duck property coming out.
That is, yes.
It's TBA?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I want that right now. Look, I have a special relationship to Darkwing Duck. That's like one of the first VHSs I ever got from the library. I love Darkwing Duck. Man. I will take that.
But yeah, I'm going to throw it out to you all. Like, if you could have Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg just try out another property, minus Darkwing Duck, of course.
Of course, yep.
Like, what would it be?
Transformers.
How'd I know you said that?
Look. DJ, you're meeting me for the first time today, but as everyone knows who has watched this show, I am a Transformer fan. I am deep cut. My collection is 327 strong. I did a count recently because I moved. Look, Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, y'all are making great things. You like Ninja Turtles, you like Invincible, you know how to create a great project. All I'm saying is, like, they're making animated Transformer movies now. We just had a Transformer movie do good at the box office. Transformers is still lucrative. You'll be godsends to us Transformer fans. Join the universe, make a movie. I don't care what it is. I trust y'all. Y'all did good with Turtles. I feel like y'all could do good with Transformers, or like maybe like Captain Planet. Oh. I think that would be really funny.
I would love to see, and this is coming from someone who like loved robots.
And they just
and then there's
they got sent to Earth.
Exposing him.
And they got sent to Earth. That would be entertaining. I would love that from them, actually.
Especially with the whole thing with like the Senate is saying that aliens were real.
Yes. Oh, that would be a funny. The timing can be perfect. That's another thing. Real quick. I'm so sorry, Bruce. So aliens. That's a thing. Aliens are a thing. Like, I think we all knew that they could be a thing, but they're a thing. Like, it's a thing.
Yes.
How are you doing with that information?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I've seen all those memes just being like, look, we're tired, like aliens, whatever. And I'm kind of that person.
Yes.
Where it's like, just by the sheer possibilities, probability, how the universe works, like the idea of like aliens, especially like I did not watch the hearings, mind you, but like because like aliens could also be like microbes in the sea,
right?
Yeah. Like so that doesn't shock me, but yeah, I don't know. Like I'm genuinely in that space where it's just like, yeah, aliens are cool, but my annual rent increase went into effect into August, and
recession is still feels nearly upon us, if not we're already in it.
Yeah,
there's the whole thing with the debt ceiling rising again.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just
boiling.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they're aliens. Cool. Can they like are we gonna do the cool stuff with the aliens, or are we just gonna it's just gonna be this oh no. Everyone be scared, be afraid.
Moving on.
If an alien was to take over our government, do you think that would be better or worse? It's
So-
also the alien, I guess.
So let's just get real weird with it.
Yeah,
Has this not already happened?
bro.
Is there not like a Men in Black situation that we're probably living through?
Zuckerberg's an alien.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg is an alien. And I believe this deeply. Like, Mark is an alien.
Seriousness.
Like, I'm like, here's the thing. I'm inclined to believe a lot of the billionaires are aliens because it's like there's a level of like human empathy you have to like throw out the window to be able to do what they did, and they did it. So either like they're just like fucked up people, which is possible, or they're aliens.
Very possible.
Very possible. Like that's
Or-
probably
Or they're time travelers.
that too.
So, like-
that too.
Because again, we're going off the deep end here, but we've seen the stories. I think the last one I watched was what's it? It's called. It's on Netflix. Why is it escaping me right now?
I'm not sure.
Not The Witcher. Not because it was based off like a really popular comic by Neil Gaiman, but I can't remember the name.
Is it the Umbrella Academy?
No.
Comic.
Let's see.
We gotta do a research intermission.
The Sandman. Why?
The Sandman.
How did I
facts.
forget the Sandman? But yeah, one of their storylines is just, guys, like you get the power of immortality.
Yeah.
And, the guy just goes throughout history. It's like, well, I was up on this thing, or I was able to make this investment that I knew for long term. Of course, at one point, he invests in slavery, and they have a conversation about that.
Ooh. Investing into slavery is the craziest statement. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the premise, without spoiling too much, is basically the Sandman, gives him the power of immortality.
Yeah.
And then comes and visits him at the same bar every 100 years. And yeah, after probably like the 1800s meeting, it's just like, yeah, so I invested in this new business of human labor.
Human labor.
And the Sandman is not having it.
Yeah.
Good on Gaiman. But anyways, I think about that with this because, I mean, we've had the goofy rumors and we're talking about a conversation where Musk or, Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos might be aliens or time travelers or any of these things. But yeah, just this idea that you can take these risks or make these, you can make a lot of profit when you're not going to die.
Yeah.
And again, I would choose to believe that these are all just greedy, horrible, but regular human beings.
Agreed. 100%.
We will see because, Steve Jobs was on top of everything.
Yep.
And turns out he was very mortal.
He was very mortal.
So
That was a mortal
it
man.
happens. But also, I feel like Steve Jobs was just a much more impressive person than Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. And Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
It's this weird thing where you do the billionaire index ratings. And it's just like, we're doing power rankings of just horrible people.
Yeah.
Like,
The
that's
power
what we're
rankings
doing
of the
right now.
worst.
Who is slightly less horrible?
Yeah.
But to the aliens point, can I just you have some secret alien technology that's going to push the world forward? Let me know.
Yeah.
So I can be an early investor because this economy, the cost of living is going up, and if I could get that little in that could change the world. I don't want to be a big investor. I don't want to be the face, but just give me that, the 50-cent vitamin
Boom, boom.
water stake, and I will be fine.
Yep.
So to the aliens, I'm over here. Bruce Poinsette. You need a writer? I got you. You need a publicist? I got you.
Yeah.
Let's make this world, I don't know about a better place, but
A place.
More tolerable.
probably not even that. But I got bills and you can help me, and you need someone to communicate to the world. We can work together.
Yes. I'll be y'all's theme song creator if you need it.
Here's
Please.
the question. And I saw this originally on the Invaders Zim subreddit, so credit to the person who actually asked this question. What would you do if an alien crash into your neighborhood or your backyard?
I'm staying inside.
What?
I mean, yeah, I'm not.
Go out to talk with it?
No.
I'm not gonna.
Look.
I don't know these people. No, I'm sorry, not even people. I don't know about you. I'm one of those people. Like if I'm not expecting someone and like someone comes and rings my doorbell, I'm not rushing to it. I don't know you. I don't want to
look through the window first a little bit. I'm gonna like, who is here?
Spy a little bit on
Yeah.
them.
So if an alien crash lands in my backyard, doesn't kill anything, mind you, because that might be the first thing I check for.
Yeah.
But yeah, if alien crash lands, am I just gonna go out? Hi, how are you doing? My name is Bruce.
Nah.
How long have you been in the area? No.
I'm gonna let the neighbors handle it first. Like, here's the thing: if the aliens as humans historically, I feel like humans just like first instinct would be like violence towards the aliens, and like they probably attack it. So like me personally, I'm not trying to be the one in the area when my neighbor decides to bring out his shotgun to attack the alien.
Oof.
I'm gonna stay inside because like I'm good.
That is a great point. The good guy with the gun that story that happens repeatedly where the good guy with the gun ends up shooting someone else.
Yes.
Happens a lot. But that's also a great segue back to the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Because when people encounter mutants,
Yep.
how do they react? And again, without spoiling too much for DJ, it's not kind.
It's not kind.
And it turns out, these, not all of them. Superfly was definitely trying to kill you, but Splinter, he was it's just a man trying to raise his adopted turtle children.
Yes.
His adorable adopted turtle children. Because like, again, to the art point, like all this like first draft kind of grotesque thing.
Yeah.
Except for the turtle babies. It's like
the turtle babies are adorable.
The cutest thing ever.
So cute. And it's like, yeah, and like I'm not even gonna lie, a lot of the humans looked like more disgusting than the aliens in that movie for real. Like the human designs are like very like icky, which I kind of love.
Yeah. So if the alien crash lands on one hand, will I be the first person out there? Probably not.
Yeah, no.
But also I have an appreciation for how things look when you watch the playback.
Yeah.
So I also don't want to be, like if it's the alien, if it's Splinter coming up from the sewers, I don't want to be the person Splinter remembers. It's just like, I was trying to kill. Like, I don't need to be that guy. There's a happy medium.
Once I figure out aliens are cordial, or like if we enter in a world, if it comes to a day that animals are being mutated and they're able to talk now, best believe, like eventually after a certain while, once we know that things are good, I'm gonna say what's up to a talking dog.
But could you imagine like?
With the chimpanzees.
Yeah.
Could you imagine this? Like you're looking out your window, you see the aliens crash landed, gotten out of the ship, or maybe it's like a Nope situation where the alien is the ship.
Yes.
Is the ship, but the alien crash lands. You see someone else going out there doing the right thing, being very cordial, putting their hand out, and then the alien just like it's like what's his name? It's like Chewie from Captain Marvel, and just
rips arms off.
Yeah, no, just like straight up, just like tentacles come out of their mouth. They eat them in a body that shouldn't be able to fit someone bigger than them, something like that. And you're just watching that from your window, and you're like what?
Good reason to stay inside. I'm not opening my door. I'm like at that point, like it's really because here's the thing: is it only one alien or is it a lot of them?
Right.
Because if it's a lot of them and they're all hungry, I'm gonna just stay inside. They're gonna come for me. What am I gonna do? Like I feel like at a certain point, there's certain situations where it's like if it's aliens, deadly mutants, like the fish decide to start flying, like I'm just like I'm not going to win. No. I can't beat a giant flying whale. I'm okay.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say about that.
I'll say something. Don't be better.
If whales start flying, don't eat the grandmothers. They're chill. Keep them safe.
Beware of gigantic flying whales / whale creatures that may be roaming around New York City.
Yep.
not.
Here's another question from the Senate meeting specifically. They said very vaguely, "Have you had contact with these aliens?" And they said, like, I don't know if that was the one they said yes to, or if that was the one they said that they can't talk in public about. But how the hell are you like? Do the aliens just speak English, or do you have a translator?
So, have y'all seen Arrival?
Yep, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Like, what if that's just what it was? Like,
What if that's what we're dealing with right now? That would be incredible.
they brought in a linguist. They figured out the alien language. They don't speak linearly, and
yes, that would
all
mean
this.
that would mean the linguist was technically a time traveler. But which is that movie crazy. If you haven't seen it, for audience and DJ, if you haven't seen Arrival, one of the most like great concepts to a movie. Like when the twist happens, you're kind of like, what? Like you have to like fully process it. But it's a great movie. I hope that's what the aliens are.
I mean, I'll say this about Arrival, even though this doesn't have anything to do with everything else. Great premise. You know, it took some weird turns, and what's his name? Hawkeye.
Hawkeye's in there.
I don't know how I feel about how they had Jeremy Renner. I'll just call him by his actual name.
Yes.
But yeah, what they did with him and that whole storyline was interesting. I watched Arrival very recently, actually.
Real, okay.
Like I watched it when it was in theaters, but then I just have a thing with like, you know, when they were putting all those space movies like Interstellar, The Martian, Arrival around the same time.
Yep, Gravity.
I was totally into that. So yeah, and I was just something about all those movies, like they had a hard time sticking the landing. Just
real.
I'll say that.
Bet.
But we are spiraling.
We're spiraling down
off.
movies. And we're supposed to be talking about turtles.
Turtles. Yes.
How is it that the group that we had a podcast with before was able to stick on track, and yet we're spiraling all over the place?
You know, you are asking some very self-aware questions that I'm not sure how comfortable I'm with her.
That's some unpacking I got to do in my own time to figure that out.
But yeah, do you have any final thoughts on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem?
I don't know. Go see it. It's really good. I think I hope it does good in the box office. Like I don't know. I want a sequel. I think this needs a sequel. It's like this is a really good way to have the Turtles in the modern day, and I want to see these voice actors grow up with these characters. So go see it, please.
Yeah, I heard because they shot for like 75 million, made 50 million the first week. And
they're good.
Yeah, based on the reception, there's no way it's not gonna blow that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it again.
But to end it, I'm just gonna throw out, because I put the question out earlier, if Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg could, take over some properties. So I was like, what are all the cartoons of my childhood? Let's just go through some of these lists. And I was like, oh yeah, Freakazoid. Yeah, let's have them do that.
Freakazoid would be great by
That would be
them.
so amazing.
That's a good pick.
Or Street Sharks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting this for years. I need them to just do Ninja Turtles versus Street Sharks movie or special. That would be incredible.
Yeah. I think we talked about Dexter's Lab earlier in some context. I think that has happened. Here's one I'm curious how you all react. What if they did Beavis and Butthead?
Not mad. Not mad.
I actually would not mind that.
Yeah. Beavis and Butthead would be funny. I wouldn't mind that.
Let's see. How far left can we? What have I? Oh God, that's
Throw
right.
A wrench. Throw a big wrench.
That's right. Oh, here would be a tough one, because there's good reasons why I don't think anyone's done a remake of this and modernized it, because how? But I'm gonna throw it out here anyway.
Let's hear it.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh.
Could someone make a Johnny Bravo that is not
Okay, so here's the thing. The way you do Johnny Bravo in 2023 is Johnny, the movie would have to be like Johnny Bravo is held accountable. And it has to be oh my goodness.
Oh, it's a hammer.
That was some crazy knocking from that hammer. But it would have to be the whole premise of the movie is Johnny Bravo is living like Johnny Bravo is in 2023. He's trying to move like how he once did, and everyone's like, "What the hell is wrong with you? You can't do any of this."
Even better. Johnny Bravo, Pepe Le Pew.
Johnny Bravo, Pepe Le Pew.
A buddy movie trying to, in the modern day.
Them trying to spread their uncomfortability across America.
Johnny Bravo and Pepe Le Pew learn how to be functional humans.
Learn how to exist in the modern day. I would watch that. That'd be funny.
Is there something in this 90s cartoon list that could be farther left than that?
Then Johnny Bravo, Pepe Le Pew, that's like, I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, this is not left, but what I actually do want to see Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg do. All Real Monsters.
Yup. Our Real Monsters would be hard, especially even like with today's modern animation. That's the one.
Like
I
if you
want
did that
one
in the like similar animation that I did to Mutant Mayhem, it's perfect.
That's incredible. I think that's the one.
I think it'd be perfect.
Yeah, Our Real Monsters. Or like even like anything. Because here's the thing. It's good to keep bringing up the Nickelodeon shows because like they have right now, the Ninja Turtles are owned by Nickelodeon right now. So it's like anything Nickelodeon could be done by those two. So like keeping it, Our Real Monsters would be like the dopest.
Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg. I know you're watching.
Yeah.
Our Real Monsters.
Our Real Monsters, the next one.
Do it for the people.
And all you have to do is give the three of us 20%. We'll split it amongst ourselves.
Yes, we want full producer credits, consultation. You know, we want it's a 20 points.
Yes,
20 points.
20 points. You can figure it out. If not, I will personally also accept 15. But based on the group of the people in the room, there are three of us throwing out the ideas. So
I like your
Bruce,
you're willing to work with them.
Yes.
I personally will take 15.
Yes.
But I don't want to speak for my colleagues in the room right now.
Hey, I have wrote scripts before. I will gladly help and take 10.
Bet.
Okay. Hey, DJ, call. We're in the midst of a writer's strike.
Yeah, be careful here.
You can't be.
Whoa.
Don't be undercutting. Don't be undercutting us too much.
Yeah, no, we need.
We need 30.
I almost forgot about
Seth,
the writer's strike.
Seth, we need 30.
We need 30.
30. Now that we've talked about this, we need 30.
That's a good call. I definitely support the writers and the actors, and it's from what it sounds also the visual effects artists because it sounds like Marvel. All the Marvel VFX artists are unionizing as well. So like support everyone in the film industry who does not get love, including surprisingly even the actors. Support everyone. Everyone deserves to get paid what they deserve to get paid. So pay them correctly and stop making them unionize because they want to be treated like the people they are.
Yeah.
And to people who like don't work with these productions and don't work with these actors, if you have a favorite actor, there's so many places you could go to try to help out those actors too.
Support your actors, support your favorite writers, support your VFX artists because if we like movies, we like them.
Yeah, if you're trying to support, there's a bunch of sites as far as support food for people.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure people got supplies. Make sure people have money to pay their bills when they are striking and off work. Because I forget which producer or executive made this quote, but it was going around as far as they're not trying to be coy about this at all. They've said out loud their plan is to starve these people. They want people to start losing their houses.
Bob Iger.
For this strike. Bob Iger.
I think it's Bob Iger.
Yeah. So Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Ninja Turtle.